I'm Bill Sweet and welcome to the Dad Bod. Today I want to show you the Conair Turbo Extreme Steamer 2-in-1 steamer and iron. It operates as a dry iron, a steam iron, and a fabric steamer all in one. I'm going to show you how well it works as well as how to use it and the accessories that it came with. We're going to try it on a few different clothing items, that way you can get a good idea of what all you can do with it. Alright, here it is, and as you can see, it's a pretty decent size. It's quite a bit bigger than the last steamer that I bought, which really didn't work at all. And yet it's still small enough that you can bring it with you on a trip or while traveling for work to keep your clothes looking sharp. You will of course want to empty the water bin before you pack this thing. I haven't had any issues with it spilling, but you don't want to tempt fate. Now, if anybody wants to check and see some more details of the steamer or to see the current price, I'm going to put a link in the description of this video for you. Also, if you want to support this channel, please hit that like button and the subscribe button. Lets us and YouTube know that we're making videos that people want to watch. All right, right here is the water tank. Now, for safety's sake, make sure that the steamer is unplugged when removing or plugging this in. You don't want to get burned. It does take a little bit of force, but grab it from the grips on the side and pull it back at a downward angle to open it. You'll hear a click, that's fine. It's got this silicone plug on top. Just pull that up, fill it with water, and then plug it back in. You can use tap water if you don't have any other options, but your best option is to use distilled or purified water because it reduces the minerals that can get clogged up in the vents. And once it's full, plug the water reservoir back into place and you're good to go. On the back side, you have your on-off switch at the bottom, and then 3/4 of the way up, you've got the mode button, so that way you can transfer between modes, and the steam button to adjust the steam. The LED indicator lights up, letting you know what mode you're on. It's going to blink for a few seconds. Once it stops blinking, then you can set the mode in steam. The mode options are low, mid, high, and turbo, and then the steam options are on and off. It comes with a few accessories as well. It has this attachment right here with the fabric over the top. This is your delicate bonnet, which is what you're going to use to protect your more delicate fabrics, such as silk or a lot of my wife's tops. For the delicate materials, you do want to keep the mode down to low or medium. This one is the Creaser attachment. You'll use this one to help make those pants and shirt creases even better, which I'll show you in just a minute. And then the 2-in-1 attachment. This one has a silicone band on the top, which helps to pull the fabric to give you better results when steaming. What it does is it works the wrinkles out as you run along the fabric while it's being steamed. And you also have this little fabric bristle brush, which attaches to the bottom spot right here to help loosen fibers to allow the steam to get into the fibers more easily. Now, I haven't had to use it yet, but it'll help this fall when it's time to dust off our winter coats. And it'll also work on things like curtains and seat cushions. We're going to start off using the iron function on a dress shirt. Now, when you turn the steam on, you'll notice it's a bit noisy. That's fine, it's normal. But you do want to let the steam run for about a minute before you put it to your clothes. That gives it a chance to fully warm up and get rid of any sediment that's in the vents. Now, the only downside to using a regular steamer over an iron is you don't get those crisp creases in the dress shirts. When you're traveling, you can usually find an iron, but do you actually trust a hotel room iron or a motel room iron? If you said yes, you've so far been fortunate enough to not have used an iron with crust or burn stains on it, because that transfers right onto your shirt and that shirt's now garbage. You can't fix it. This guy, as I said, is a steamer and an iron in one, so it gets rid of that issue. For a dress shirt or slacks, you just iron them as you normally would. Now, I'm going to do that with steam because I normally use steam when I iron. I did notice that this occasionally drips onto the clothing while ironing. It dries it right up, but it was a little bit annoying. Now, this is the Creaser attachment. It's meant for those pant and shirt creases, you know, the front of your shirt where the buttonholes are, and even your shirt collar. I didn't find this attachment to work all that well. You have to hold the steamer and the clothing awkwardly, and then you need a third arm to pull it taut. It didn't work well for me. You can also use the steamer on your suits. The steam penetrates deep into the clothing fibers and it relaxes them to remove the wrinkles. This is a much more gentler alternative to getting wrinkles out, which means you can use it on more delicate fabrics such as silks, rayons, polyesters, and more. With this, you don't have to worry about burning your clothes, and you can more easily get to some of those harder areas such as sleeves. You can't use an iron on suits, which is where a steamer comes in handy. It reduces how often you need to take your suit to the dry cleaners, which helps your suit last longer. Plus, the steam helps to reduce things like bacteria and odors to freshen up your suits. Look how well it worked to freshen up these. All right, if you're looking to get this because you're getting ready to travel, you're also going to want to make sure that you've got a nice looking, high quality wallet with RFID blocking to keep your cards safe. Check out this video right here of the Voltskin Notting Hill wallet to see why it's my favorite so far, and I'll see you there.